So you've kind of gone through a couple examples of exercises, maybe not even exercise that people would think of, like the sitting tall and closing the eyes. Now,
Mhm.
what are some of your favorite balance exercises that you give people?
Well, one of my favorite exercises to start even assessing someone on how good their balance is, I actually get them to stand in a corner. As a child, I never liked standing in the corner, so I would actually just ask them, okay, we're doing an assessment. Would you kindly stand in this corner? And I would actually get them to stand in the corner, and then I would get them to close their eyes. When they did that, they would actually see and realize how unbalanced they actually are. And if you want to, you can give it a try as well. It is a little bit of fun, but of course, you want to make sure that you understand that you're connected to your body. You're really well connected to your body, and I think that's one of the big things about awareness. So, um, and then to progress it is just to lift a leg up and do the same thing. Do it with your eyes open for 10 seconds, 5 seconds even, if you feel like you're unsteady, and then just build yourself up. You'll find that you'll quickly develop the proprioception in your ankles, as well as the ability to trust your body as to where it is.
Awesome. Good. Now, kind of looking at kind of the athlete side of things. So let's
Yeah.
say, you know, someone that's healthier and more fit. They might
Hmm.
call themselves an athlete.
Hmm.
Looking at the balance training when it relates to them.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, why should someone more a higher level fitness level or an athlete incorporate some balance training into their work, into the workout? Yeah.
Yeah, mainly people that are perhaps more active. I see balance training as being an essential tool to maintain your activity. So, for example, I was out and it's a little bit wet in Vancouver. I hope it's not so wet in Kelowna.
Oh, we have
But,
a good no. There, it's a good rainy day, and
oh,
about up on the mountains up here, it's covered in snow. So we got
is it?
a
Okay.
you're pretty close to a good first snowfall. Pretty close.
Well, I'll go back to the reason why I bring up the weather is because inclement weather leaves leaves on the ground, and it makes it difficult to run, especially if I'm trying to maintain a pace, or if I'm trying to get somewhere quickly. So I actually ran yesterday night, and perhaps it was nighttime. I don't know what the all the conditions were, but I actually did slip on a bunch of leaves. And without actually having had balanced training, I feel that I would have probably skidded right onto my keister and been left with a bruise. So, I think balance training is quite important because accidents happen. And I think that the best way to prepare yourself and to keep yourself safe is to provide yourself with safe, balanced training, perhaps in a gym or perhaps in the corner, wherever you want to do your balance training. But those proprioceptors in my ankle and my ability to sort of stay on my feet, I felt like a bit of like a cat, where I could kind of like stay, like, oh my God, did I just almost, fall? And yes, I actually did, but I did save myself. So I think at the age of 41, being able to save yourself is pretty good because those falls, they feel harder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. So, kind of covering some of the same points that we talked about when it comes to older adult. Are there
Mhm.
some mistakes that fit people or athletes make when it relates to balance training?
Yeah, I think the biggest I wouldn't want to necessarily call it a mistake, but I think what it is it might be a mental block. It might be the fact that, hey, you know what, I don't know what to do for balance training. And you know what? It's as simple as closing your eyes. I mean, anytime you feel like you have to correct yourself or right yourself into a different posture, um, that's just part of the mistake is not being aware. And so, in fact, a lot of the times when I say the word posture, I even think, oh gosh, am I actually sitting right? And so, I think posture balance, they kind of do go hand in hand. They kind of go into, but it's all sort of the holistic thing of fitness.
Good point. Good point. Now, for the the fit person, the athlete, what are some examples of balance training?
Oh, some of the examples. I mean, I'm actually a strong board rep. It's actually a new balance tool. It kind of, for me, in my practice, I'm kind of rivaling it against the Bosu ball. The Bosu ball is that half ball platform. So it's got a solid platform on the bottom, and then it's got a dome, inflated air dome. Some of my clients haven't been very successful at using the that product, and so I find that using you can use a variety of tools, but this product, in fact, it really helps them build confidence because there's no fixed endpoint.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, I mean, that fit person and athlete, they might get some benefit from body weight exercises to help with
Hmm.
balance training, but they also might need to kind of bring it up a level and challenge things more and utilize like a piece of equipment. And an
Hmm.
example is the strong board.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Any tool is good as long as you use it. Um,
Yeah.
if I had a hammer in my hand and I was ready to hit that nail, I'm sure gonna do a lot better job than trying to will it into place.
True.
Um,
True.
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. And then looking at like the fit person athlete, about how much should they put into their workout dedicated to balance training?
You know what? It's really interesting because balance training can be very intense, but it can be very straightforward as well. I would almost do my balance training in between my sets, because
Recovery.
there's not a lot of, you don't need to do a lot of it. It doesn't necessarily need to be dedicated time either. It could be, hey, look at me, I can do this. Um, I'll bring an example. I mean, my kids, they when they watch me do my fitness training in the house, they're like, "Yeah, daddy, look at me. I can do it this way." And then I'm actually inspired by them because they're quite well balanced. And of course, they're closer to the ground, so when they fall, it's not as hard. So, really, balance training can happen anytime, anywhere. And it doesn't have to be dedicated. A lot of people find that they're so busy with everything in life, and I'm busy as well. But you know what? You make time for the things that are most important to you. So I think fitness is huge. I think everyone should start off the morning by doing exercise, just getting their blood flowing. And I've watched some of your videos and your morning wake ups and your 10 best exercises. I think those are fantastic. They're safe. They're easy to do. They don't take a lot of time, and I think that's really important to integrate something that is safe, simple, and fun to do. So.
Awesome. Good point. Good point. Now, do you have a specific exercises or exercise that you like to give a fit person or an athlete?
Yeah, you know what? One of my favorites is the pistol squat.
Uh huh.
I actually dressed up as Deadpool this Halloween, and I actually did a pistol squat while standing on a strong board. And a pistol squat is basically you're holding up one leg, and then the other leg that is connected to the ground is then doing a full range of motion squat. And so that's something that I like to bring to my elite athletes and competitive athletes, and it's a fun drinking game for me because a lot of my buddies they end up buying me drinks because they can't do it. So yeah, so.
I haven't heard that one before, but okay, interesting, interesting. So we've kind of gone through the questions that I had listed out. Now,
Yeah.
is there a question that I didn't ask, or is there anything that you want to leave people with?
Well, I want to leave people with the fact that be comfortable in your own skin. Be confident in the way you move. Be impeccable in your word, and lead by example.
Awesome. Awesome. And then, Chapman, where can people get more information about you?
Oh gosh, I'm on social media. My handle happens to be I am connected. So connected is spelt Kinect. So I am connected. My first and last name is easy to find. It's Chapman with two N's, so it's Chapmann. Cheung, Cheung. There are not too many Chapman Chungs out there, and so maybe for the next little while, I'll put up my Deadpool pistol squat, and then you'll know it's not Ryan Reynolds.
Awesome. So, thank you very much for your time, Chapman.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
And thank you everyone at exercisesforinjuries.com. I hope you enjoyed this interview. Make sure to swing by exercisesforinjuries.com. Enter in your injury or pain. There's a good chance of an article, video, or an interview that'll help you overcome your injury or pain. Now, if you have an idea of someone I should interview for the exercisesforinjuries.com, please do contact me at the website. Just hit the contact button, email me and let me know who else I should interview. So this
Yeah.
is Rick Caselge with Chapman Cheung saying take care and bye-bye.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rick.